Fortnite killer.
Controversy.
Titanfall Battle Royale.
Mechs?
Apex Legends.
Game of the year, question mark?
You think so?
No, probably not.
All right, well, here we are GameVersUs, and we're going to be giving you our opinions on what Apex Legends needs to succeed in the future.
We're definitely experts at this. You should take our word for everything that we're saying.
Okay, well, first point we have is a Battle Pass. Doesn't need one.
I think Battle Passes work fine. I think they work well. But the thing that they're missing, I think, first, would be they need cosmetics. They need better, more unique cosmetics, banners, things like that. They have those built in.
The way I see it right now, it's more like an Overwatch in the beginning system they have right now. So it has different tiers, but they're all just slightly different colors of the one before. Each character has like 4 legendaries, but only really 2 unique ones. Because then each one has like 2 different color schemes, and that's the way Overwatch started out.
Oh yeah, I think it came out of the gate with just, honestly, it's the best release that we've seen from a game that we never heard of. But I think to make the point, I think Battle Pass is a necessary, or at least a Season Pass is a necessary.
As long as they do it right.
Right.
There has to be there's a line that has to be on between loot and price.
Yes.
Whereas Fortnite is good, I think.
Yeah.
PUBG, it's kind of been lacking.
Right. Well, and they just implemented the way that Fortnite has been doing their Battle Pass for a long time, which is the tier system where you get the free stuff, but if you pay for the Battle Pass, you get the extra every level.
Because the Sanhok Battle Pass I did not like.
I didn't like it either.
It was way too many temporary items.
Yes. But the new pass, the one for...
it's better.
Vikendi?
It's better.
Much better. So if they see that and utilize that, I think that method is better. But the cosmetics have to be there. It has to be worth that.
They have to get on the Fortnite level, is what you're saying.
Oh, yeah. No. If it's going to be literally the Fortnite killer, it has to get on there. Because Fortnite has... like a reason why you play certain things. They have the backpacks with the little pets inside of them because it's third person. You don't have third person with Apex Legend. You don't have that reason to kind of have those aesthetics.
But they have gun skins in this game.
They do have gun skins, which
Fortnite doesn't.
Exactly. So having those gun skins is a way of doing that. And even PUBG having Shroud or Dr. Disrespect or things like that coming into their gun skins and having that they need to bring that community into this game.
Yeah, and there's plenty of options that they could do. Like I could totally see like a Pathfinder with his little grapple gun as like a plunger.
Oh, dude, yes.
I could see that.
Plunger grappling hook. I mean, they did that in Fortnite too. They actually They actually added a grapple hook that was a plunger.
Well, I haven't played Fortnite in a while.
Yeah, I know. I'm
not a big fan of Fortnite.
I've seen it played, so.
And you think that they need a better map? Or a new map? Is that what you think?
Not yet, but they need to at least be thinking about it.
Here's the thing. Fortnite only has the one map, and it's been going for a while. But they changed the map.
They changed the map. So they don't have to necessarily have a new map, but they need to, if they're going to keep it the same, they need to either figure out a story that they can implement into where it's creating new things, taking away certain things, and like changing the map. Because the map that they have isn't that big. But it's just big enough to where it's like...
But it's only
it's
60
a good
people.
size. Exactly, but it's a good size.
Which also brings us to team sizes. Is 3 a good number?
I do have this. So I was thinking that solos. Here's the thing about solos, because they talked about doing solos and duos. Solos, I don't know if it works for this game specifically because
it would completely eliminate one whole feature of it, which is the revive beacons.
The revive and the team aspect of the game. There's reasons why I don't think solo works. There's reasons why I think duos could work.
Possibly.
But
I think 5-man is a better option.
I think 5-man would be great. I think 5-man would be so much better.
Maybe once they add in more operators.
Yeah.
If you have a 5-man team, that's most of the roster currently.
Yes. I think 5-man teams is something that they need to look at, or at least another number than 3. 3's okay, but if you're looking at fire team squads, like 4 would have been a better choice, I think. Or 5 is just something that hasn't been done and I think can be utilized very well with the ways that you play this game, because it's different than most battle royales.
Maybe they were trying to do differentiate themselves, because every game has a duos, a singles, and a 4-man teams.
Right. Yeah. Black Ops.
You don't have a whole lot of games with 3-man teams.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, definitely, it's weird. It's weird having 3. I think 5 would be good. Duos would work. I don't think solos would really work. But yeah. I think they are probably going to add solos in. Going back to maybe adding different like cosmetics and stuff like that. One thing I think they really have in the game is finishers. but they don't have that many in there yet, and I don't know if really anybody uses them a whole lot. I saw it at the beginning when we started playing the game. People would use it all the time. I don't know if
and then they quickly realize it's a bad idea.
It's a bad idea.
Because you get murked.
You get murked hard. But if you're really gonna if you really want to show off, it's a cool way of instead of doing emotes or dances on Fortnite, instead of showing off that you're doing the whatever the newest
hey,
dance
I'm confident
is.
enough that I can stand here for 10 seconds.
Exactly.
And kill you with style.
Yeah.
But you typically end up getting shot in the back.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think the finishers are cool. I don't know really if you're going to use them unless you're really safe and really have wrecked that person and you just don't care. But I think they need to either add more of those into the game or add quicker ones,
I don't know if quick ones would work though.
I don't know. It's more of a humiliation thing.
It really is.
Yeah.
And if you can do it in 3 seconds, that's not really a risk you're taking.
Exactly.
It takes that long to gun someone down,
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. Looking at that is something that they need to look at as well. So
it's trying to teach these kids to be humble. You can humiliate this person, but there's a 90% chance you're going to die.
Right. Yeah. No. Definitely. That's definitely the drawback of doing the finishers. But one thing that I like that Respawn does is traversal of the environment. So moving on to a way of getting around the map, there's 2 different things. There's traversal and I think travel options. PUBG has vehicles, but really they added vaulting later, and that's really the only thing that they've really added to get around the map.
Rest in peace, crouch jumping.
Oh, man, crouch jumping was the best. So what I think we need to see is additions from maybe Titanfall 2, where you had the wall run, you had all that stuff, where there's new ways of getting around a map. I know you can parkour kind of up walls and stuff like that, kind of run up walls and kind of pull yourself up. But wall running would be nice, even jetpacks or something like that. Some way of getting around obstacles and changing the map. Maybe with a new operator that uses jetpacks would be even cool. I don't know. But some way of traversing the map on your feet.
Yeah. Jetpacks would be cool, yeah.
They also had, and this is the thing, I don't think Apex needs vehicles, but I think that the mechs was such a big deal in Titanfall. It wouldn't be for getting around the map, it would be for holding a point or getting, attacking a certain point that you needed to get into. Mechs would be kind of cool addition to it, or those ships that we have, those gun ships that don't really have guns on them. They have guns, they have laser turrets on the top, but there's nothing you can use it with. But that would be cool addition, if you could get in one of those drop ships and then fire the gun and have a cooldown for it or something like that. Something to where it made those drop ships even more valuable. Because at the moment, it's basically just loot, but it's not even that, it's not worth it, I don't think.
Or maybe kind of like in PUBG where they added in the flare guns. You could find something like that.
Yeah.
You could call it over to you. Maybe.
That would be neat. Yeah, well, and that's kind of how Titanfall was. You're a person, and then you call down your mech. So you wouldn't be able to use your mech at the beginning, but if you get enough kills, or if you get enough, certain things around the map, you could maybe call down a Titan, or some sort of version of that they had from a dropship. Because Lifeline calls down dropships, right, for her ult or something
Yeah,
like
but it's
that?
just defensive items. Right,
okay. Do you think that they're going to add ranked into the game? PUBG now has ranked. Right?
But it's all just the same thing.
But it's the same.
Game mode.
It's casual, but it's not a gift.
Casual rank. It just ranked in a ranked environment like that just breeds toxicity.
Toxic, very toxic.
Which is the problem with Siege, and that's the problem with Overwatch.
Do you think that the regular game mode is the only game mode that they need? Just Battle Royale. Do you think that they could add in a different game mode like Fortnite has done, where they have 50v50, or they have like
PUBG has tried to do?
That's unfortunate.
I don't know if they could, because I mean, how would it work out? Would it still be based off in branched off into different squads? So a 30 versus 30, but it was 10 individual squads on a team.
Right.
Would it be that way?
So my thought would be that it's the same. Well, and this is the only thing I'm thinking of, and there's probably way more things wrong with this, and you probably couldn't do it. I don't know, but I was thinking of a control point type game where it starts out the same as everything else. You have the drop ship, you fall down to where you want to be, and then you could the circle would show up about 3 minutes into the game or 2 minutes into the game where it's going to go, and it's a smaller circle than normal, and you would all have to make it there, because as soon as that circle timer hits, it closes off. Like, everything closes off, and you're in the blue or whatever, the red, and you have to get there beforehand. So it's a closer battle. But then the second circle would be in a totally different location than the other one. So it would lift, like the fog could lift, and you had another 3 minutes to get to that other location. I just think it would be neat to have like a kind of moving circle rather than just big circle, smaller until the finish. I think it would be neat to have different circle points. Kind of like how, what was that game that came out? Radical Heights. Kind of how it had zones and squares, and each zone had like it moved, basically. Like,
yeah,
it would
like
cancel
it was like a grid.
Yeah, it was a grid.
I do think that there's a lot of like guns with certain attachments that they need, but those attachments are only available for like one gun. Like, the select auto receiver can only go on the Prowler, which is fine and all, but I think eventually they're going to add in like maybe one or two more guns that could take that attachment too.
Yeah, a lot of those high power ones, the golden type, or even some of the purples, can't be used on certain guns. Like, they're very selective, even when it's a type of gun. Like, the Prowler is a shotgun. Why can't you use it on the other shotguns?
Prowler's
the Prowler is a assault rifle?
Or an SMG, one of
SMG.
The
Prowler's an SMG. Why can't you use it on other SMGs? Sorry.
I don't pick it up unless I have.
I'm thinking of the Monsoon or whatever it's called.
Oh,
Montague or something.
Mozambique.
There you go.
Little pistol shotgun.
Yeah, the pistol shotgun.
Get rid of that.
Get rid of it.
Or just buff the crap out of it. One of the two. It needs it. No one picks it up.
Yeah.
Give it like 5 shots with a slightly faster fire rate, then it might be useful.
Yeah. Well, and while we're on weapons, like, they need to add more weapons, obviously, but like make them a little more different than I think other ones, because most 3 burst and then there's full auto on some of the assault rifles, and then SMGs are usually full auto, and then
most of the SMGs are full auto. There's like 2 full auto pistols or 1.
Yeah, and then most of the pistols are garbage unless it's at the beginning. Most of the pistols are kind of garbage to use, but except for the wingman, which is awesome. I feel like
only if you can hit your headshots.
Yeah. But what about adding mounted guns around the map? I feel like that maybe is just overkill. Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know if that would work. That'd be kind of like solo. Some people might like it, but...
Yeah. I'm just kind of going off of those dropship things. I'm like, I really want movable ships. And maybe they do move with you. I don't know. The last time I was on a dropship in that game, it didn't move with me. But when you drop on it in the air, it moves. But like, if it lands, does it move again?
I feel like I've seen it. I spawned in the game and it was already on the ground, and then it got up and started moving. I feel like that happened.
That would be cool.
Maybe it didn't. Maybe I'm just crazy.
Well, and we've only played it for maybe 2 weeks now.
I don't know.
So
I mean, I'm pretty much a master. So
yeah. As you can see by the gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna win one. I'm gonna put in the clips of me winning.
Yeah.
I think the main thing that we're trying to say is that Battle Royale games in this day and age, they're going to have to evolve with time.
Yeah.
And I think Fortnite did a good job of it. PUBG's starting to get there.
Starting to
but
learn.
Is it too late? Maybe.
I don't know.
That's a video for a different day.
Yeah.
I think if they do come out with a pretty big patch within the next month, 2 weeks to a month, that'll be the big thing. If they don't, I don't know.
I think that now that they've had such success with it, that they're going to put a lot of time into
You would think
this.
they would.
You would think.
Hopefully they do.
Hopefully they realize what a big success this is, and it could potentially take down Fortnite as the number one. I mean, it's already done on Twitch.
They're going to have to update it, though.
You got to update it.
Which is what PUBG never did. They waited too long between updates.
Too long, got too far behind. So, and that's the thing about games nowadays, especially Battle Royales, is that to improve the longevity of a game that you're playing, you need to have these cosmetics. You need to have these add-on things, or the game is going to die. Think GTA model. It stayed alive so long.
And that's because they just keep adding crap to it.
They just keep adding. So Yeah.
And it's all in the free online mode.
Free
It works.
online mode.
So
It
if
works.
you do that, they'll pay money.
They'll pay money. So.
They just don't like cash grabs, though.
Very true. Very true.
All right, so points to success for Apex Legends. Update quickly.
Make sure it's quality.
Quality updates. No
Quality
cheap updates.
Yeah.
Better character models. Not character models, character skins. Better character skins.
Yeah. And really, figure out the teams. Figure out the squads. Yeah. I think that's a big thing, too. So.
Awesome. Well, hope you enjoyed. If you have any more comments or suggestions for what it needs to survive, just comment down below and let us know.
And if you have ideas for another video that we can do in this same format, please let us know as well. Check us out on Twitch at GameVersUs TV.
And don't forget that we stream on Twitch every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday.
And thank you for subscribing.
I forgot to add that part in.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm going to leave all this in, too. It's just going to be an awkward ending. As I'm talking during, like, the credits.
Awkward ending!
Yeah, you're like, yeah, do more like this. We don't want to see your ugly faces anymore. Thank God.
World of make-believe. Kids scream.